today is the 8th paper of polity. This is the last paper of topic wise segregation. The major topic for today is emergency, constitutional bodies and non-constitutional bodies. The major focus is on emergency as a concept, and other two are also included. Being the last topic wise question, you may also get the previous topics included in these questions also. The next two question papers are of comprehensive. So starting with emergency as a concept, in India, emergency is taken from two constitution. First of all, provision of emergency is taken from Britain, and suspension of fundamental rights during emergency is taken from German constitution. Please do not confuse in both the things. One is proclamation of emergency, the other is suspension of fundamental rights. Moving on to the types of emergency. There are three types of emergency in India. One is Article 352, or commonly known as national emergency. Although the word national emergency is not written in constitution, the other is under 356, president's rule, or constitutional emergency is also known as president rule, or in under article 356. The last one is financial emergency under article 360. These three emergencies are observed in India. This is better known in Indira Gandhi government, when all of the federal features are converted into unitary feature. In president rule, the states are almost in every aspect controlled by union, or said as president. In financial emergency are basically imposed at the time of financial crisis, or anything which is satisfied to president for any financial inequilibrium in the country or any part of the country. Moving on to the next thing, in emergency what we should know about, first of all, how it's approved and how can it be removed, in how much of time, in how much of term, how much it can be extended. This is very important. As for national emergency, it can be approved both by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha within the 1 month of its proclamation, but revoke only by Lok Sabha or by president also. So its removal process is easier than approval process. The next thing is ki majority. It needs special majority. It needs simple majority. You can also make the tables of it, but these are the basic criteria, basic things you know in emergency. In this part of preparation, questions come continuously and regularly. How the emergency is approved, how it can be removed, who can remove, extension period, suspension and others. The next important thing in emergency is effects. Again, the three major effects. First of all, on center-state relations. The other is on fundamental rights, especially at the time of national emergency, and the other of life of house. All the three are affected. There are more effects also, but we read it to these three heads basically. In fundamental rights, at the time of national emergency, three articles are very important: Article 358 and Article 359, because at the time of national emergency 1975, fundamental rights are abridged and violated by government very well. So we have to introduce and make it very clear what is written in these articles. Article 358 says about Article 19, which can automatically suspend In this, we talk about all the articles except Article 20, 21 and 19, because 19 is covered here. It cannot be suspended automatically. The president Article 19 is also excluded because it's covered here. In Article 358, 19 suspend automatically. While this is not suspended automatically, President's permission is needed for its suspension. The other thing is it is for entire period plus entire part, in which part the emergency is applied. Either it's entire country or entire part. It can be not for the entire period, it for the specified period, as well as specified place also, that which area this are needed to be suspended or in which area it is not needed to be suspended. It is only in external aggression. Article 19 can be breached only in the case of external aggression, while it operates in both the cases of Article 352, means armed rebellion also included in this. So these are the differences between Article 358 and 359. You should make tables, or you should mug up the articles, the points which are to be remembered, because ये directly पूछे जाते हैं question paper में. We have to be get alert about these things. Moving directly to the questions, other things we can also conclude through questions. Question 1 says, consider the following statement. The proclamation of national emergency must be approved by both the houses of parliament within 2 months of its issue. The statement is half correct, but it's not 2 months, it is 1 month. It is originally 2 months, but 44th Amendment Act had made it 1 month. Every resolution approving the proclamation of emergency or its continuance must be passed by either house of the parliament by special majority. As I had already said, कि special majority is needed for its approval, but revocation can be done by simple majority. B is the correct answer. Again, the question is on national emergency. Consider the following statement. During national emergency, the executive power of the center extends to directing any state regarding the manner in which executive power is to be exercised. The statement is right. It is written as it is in the constitution also. The law made by parliament on the state subject during the national emergency become incooperative as soon as it become operative, very right, but only at the time of national emergency we are talking, not of other emergencies, because in president rule it can be repealed also, not automatically inoperative, automatically inoperated, but not as soon as within the period of 6 months. Statement 2 is not right. 3. When a proclamation of national emergency is made, the 6 fundamental rights under 19 is automatically suspended. These statements can come directly, very directly, so please mark up the article numbers as well as what statements exactly say. Question number 3 says, in which of the following union government states constitutionally mandation to direction of states? The question is from Center State Relations. To ensure protection of railway, highways or waterways within the state, because railways, highways and waterways are interstate properties, so center has its mandate. अगर आप ये चीज़ logically भी सोचोगे, if you think it logically also, so national highways, national railways as well as waterways are interstate. Every state put their own legislation in that, so it would be very difficult to create uniformity in that. So first statement is correct. To ensure the maintenance of means of communication of commercial importance to state. It's not talking about commercial importance, it talking about two things. One is national importance plus military importance. So please read the statements very carefully. These statements are of the questions are not very tough kind or hard kind, but not easy also. So your reading skills and your attentiveness is also measured here. To ensure execution of specified scheme of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the state. This is also right. Answer is A, 1 and 3. Select the following bodies enjoy a constitutional status and are non-permanent in nature. Question say two things, constitutional status as well as non-permanent in nature. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको ये चीज़ पता होनी चाहिए कि कौन सी कमीशंस एंड व्हाट ऑल बॉडीज आर कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड अंडर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड व्हाट आर नॉट. इसमें से इन दीज फोर, 3 bodies are of constitutional bodies. This is created by act of parliament. So 3 is eliminated. You can also try the process of elimination. Now only 2 options are left, 1 and 2 and 1 and 4. So 1 is definitely there as by the options. 4 and 2. I hope if you had not read Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities, you have definitely go through at least Finance Commission that it constitute in every 5 year by the President and the Governor in the states, and it is having the constitutional status also. So you can also eliminate these type of questions. Answer is 1 and 2 only, non-permanent in nature as well as constitutional, having the constitutional status. Now moving on to question number 5. Consider the following statement. The Constitution has empowered the Union government to levy a tax on interstate supply of goods and services. See, when the word come interstate, at least it can hint that center is involved, because the proportion divided, the manner divided is much more tougher. So constitution or anything, you can at least guess that union government is having the part into that. So statement 1 is correct. This statement, this tax is divided between center and states in the manner provided by Parliament on the recommendation of the Finance Commission. Center and state is getting the share of this tax, that's true, and it is also provided by the Parliament, but not on the recommendation of Finance Commission, but on the recommendation of GST Council. Only one statement is correct. Now question number 6. With reference to Director of CBI, consider the following statements. The mechanism for his or her selection is defined under the CVC Act 2003. No, it is defined under DSPE Act. So statement 1 is not correct. The Director of CBI has provided security of 2-year tenure in the office of CVC Act 2003. This is correct. The statement have both the parts correct. First of all, it is mentioned in CVC Act 2003 and it is having the security tenure of 2 years. Please remember it, write it somewhere, because these tenures which are more differentiated, so write it down somewhere, list it down. Only choose the correct statement. With regards to the elections in India, consider the following statement. In previous papers also we had discussed the Election Commission. Election Commission can educate on the election disputes of Lok Sabha. No. It is not correct. After the disputes, it is not in the jurisdiction of election commission. The chief election commission precedes over the election commission but does not have more powers than the election commissioners. The other election commissions are having the equal powers, salaries, profits, everything as same of chief election commission. But when it is but when it is the chance of preceding the things, then election commission, chief election commission is approached. At the time of deadlock also, majority vote is taken into reference, not the veto kind of thing. Now question number 8, consider the following. President rule was never imposed on Chhattisgarh, that's right, plus Telangana. In these two states, till now there is no president rule was imposed. During financial emergency, president may issue directions for the reduction of salaries, allowance of judges of Supreme Court and High Court. This statement is also correct. So both the statements are correct. Moving on to the next question. Effects of national emergency. As I said you before also, that it's very important to read the effects, especially on the relation between the center and state, because our country changes into unitary system rather than federal at this time. Center can issue executive directions to state on any matter. This is right. Parliament can make law in the state list. True. Parliament can also confer powers and duties on the center and its authority. Please mention the line, center and its authority or officials to carry out tasks under the extended jurisdiction. This task is known as extended jurisdiction of Parliament. Authorities, officials and center, all are included here. All the statements are correct. In which of the following cases law made by the Parliament on state list is can be repealed by the state legislature? Please read the words very carefully. Either it's repealed, it make inoperative, it is suspended, it is excluded, not able to repeal. इस तरीके के words को please बहुत अच्छे से mention किया करो, or make it circle or underline it, whatever. The law made by Parliament on state list after imposition of state emergency under Article 356, yes, they can repeal it. The law made on state list by the Parliament during national emergency, no. They automatically become inoperative within 6 months. Please read the lines very, very carefully. When Parliament makes law on state list to implement the international obligation and agreement, when there is word international obligation and agreement, state lose its territorial integrity. Center can enter the state without its permission into any agreement, in any law of international, any environmental laws or pollution treaties or any international treaties or commitments we are doing. So only one is incorrect. Sorry, only one is the correct statement. Now question number 11. Again about election commission. Election commission is a very important body. You should remember each and every feature. Either they can claim any jurisdiction over the parties, candidates, polls, how they are conducting free and fair elections. It's very important. To appoint officers for inquiry into disputes relating to electoral arrangements. I think very, very simple statement. If you don't even know, you can mark it right. It accords recognition and allots symbol to the political party. These questions are very simple. You do not afford to leave these kind of questions, or either you are out of the race in this. Now question number 12. Following statement about the registration process of recognition of political parties. Election Commission determine the code of conduct be observed by the parties and the candidates at the time of election. This is right statement. We have to cover the not correct statement. Every national party is allotted a symbol exclusively reserved for its use throughout the country. The symbol is also provided by Election Commission. It can be recognized as a national party if it is recognized as a state party in 6 states. No. The provisions say 4 states. So this is the right answer and wrong statement. Registration of political party is governed by the provision of Representation of People Act 1915. They have to registered under commission of this act clause 29. Under this act clause 29 says that registration is done under election commission for its registration of that political party. Now question number 13, again on features of president rule. When the constitutional machinery breaks down in the state, the president rule is imposed by the center. It is the clearly stated statement that constitutional machinery breakdown. When a state does not follow any directive from center, even this clause is criticized by many of the jurists as well as international authorities, also international citizens also, that why this point is added, that any directive, but yes, this is the point in India. Parliament has to approve the proclamation within 2 months by both the houses in simple majority. This is also drawback, you can say ki the approve of proclamation is only by simple majority. So all the statements are correct. Question number 14. A constituent power of Parliament under Article 368 it's about amendments, does not enable it to alter the basic structure. Yes, we have run the doctrine of basic structure very well, and Article 368 cannot alter basic structure in any of the form, and only Supreme Court has the power to describe what is basic structure. Now, the power of the Parliament to amend the Constitution under Article 368 also includes the power to amend fundamental rights, but again, do not abridge the basic structure or abridge any of the rights given to citizens. So, both the statements are correct. The question is on Article 359 and 358. We had already covered it. The question says under Article 359, a presidential order can be passed. When the statements are long, please, the statements are generally simpler, but the language is quite confusing, so read it very carefully. Under Article 359, a presidential order can be passed disallowing people from seeking judicial remedy to enforce other fundamental rights, that is 14 to 32, that are specified in that order except 20 and 21 for a specific period only. See, the statement is having many parts. So starting from the 359 is by a presidential order. That's right, it is not imposed automatically. People seeks judicial remedy. No. According to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Article 32, seeking judicial remedy, is the soul of fundamental rights and soul of the Constitution, because if you can't seek the remedy, judicial remedy for one, any right does not have any meaning in that. To enforce Article 14 to 32 order except 20 and 21, this is also right, but this point is very blunderly wrong. Under Article 358, all fundamental rights under Article 19, yani all the 6 freedoms, are automatically suspended when the proclamation of national emergency on external grounds and not on armed rebellion is declared. Please do not confuse with this word, not armed rebellion. It is only and only can be announced on the external ground. Only then all the 6 fundamental rights under Article 19 can be suspended. In 359 both are included, but in 358 only on the external grounds. So B is correct statement. Constitutionalism, we had done it very much of the time. From the class 1 we are doing it. Again regarding national emergency, the proclamation can be revoked by the president anytime. True. It does not need parliament ratification if it's proclaiming by president. Lok Sabha can force a revocation by disapproving it with a simple majority. All the 3 statements are correct. Then about Sarkaria Commission. Sarkaria Commission is very important regarding center-state relations. Sarkaria Commission gives 247 recommendations. So by now you had understand कि 247 recommendations by any commission cannot be learned or remembered. But at least book में I believe 18-20 recommendations दिए हैं, उन पे questions directly आते हैं. You can go for that also. At least put down or read once or twice, you can remember or you can eliminate the answer at least. The statement says Article 356 should be used very sparsely in extreme cases as the last resort, when all the available alternative fail, because at the time of president rule or constitutional emergency, states are so bowed down to union that they are not able to do anything. Even their legislature can suspend it or dissolved any of the time. So the Sarkaria Commission, or it is recommended that should be the last resort. Second statement say when the president withhold his assent to the state bills, the reason should be communicated to the state government. This is the right of state government. The center should consult the state before making a law on the concurrent list. Please remember the word, just consult. All the 3 statements are correct. Now question number 19. With reference to the role of media during elections, see, role of media is very important. Advertisements plays 2 roles. One is influencing, that if you even don't know want the thing, you see the sales are there, the things are there, you can influence. If the party is even not working well and they are advertising that every day on the TV, you may think that this party is winning. So first of all, influence. The other important role is information. It's not always having the negative consequences. We also get informed ki okay, what the government is doing, who are the candidates standing from our constituencies, who are fighting with the elections, who all are the candidates belonging to which all parties. These kind of informations are also provided by the media. Statement 1 says the Election Commission regulates the content of media from the formal beginning of the election process till the declaration. It is not specified anywhere. The media is prohibited from displaying any election matter during the period of 48 hours ending, as it influences so much to the voters. The exit polls, these kind of advertisements influences at the last moment of time, and it is seen as well as can said that voters might get influenced. So this clause is added. B is the correct answer. During an emergency, the central government becomes all powerful and state goes into total control of center, unitary form. The word national emergency is mentioned in constitution. No, it is not mentioned in constitution. Only proclamation of emergency is mentioned. Only A is correct. Sequence wise we have to put it in a chronological sequence. Abolition of privy purses in 1949, very factual question. Declaration of secularism is in SR Bombay case. The replacement of word internal disturbance is in 44th Amendment Act of 1978. So the correct sequence will be 1, 3 and 2. Answer is A. These are very factual kind of questions. You need not to remember everything. I just put on these questions just because chronologically we have to understand things well. Election Commission is not responsible for conducting of which of the elections? Very simple question. Local body elections, because it is of the state. Election Commission is responsible for it of respective states. Moving on, question number 23. With regards to ensuring the independence of Election Commission, consider the following statement. The Election Commission, Election Commissioner and other Election Commissioner are appointed by the President of India, right, on the advice of committee consisting of Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition and Chief Justice of India. One thing very important, that it should ensure the independence. If the body is independent, the office is independent, so this much hurdles should not be put. If you don't know the question very directly, at least you can say that it is not the feature of independence. So this statement is wrong. The Chief Election Commissioner and the Election Commissioners are appointed for the 5-year term or continuance to the age of 65, whichever is earlier, but not for 5 years, it for 6 years. Very factual question. The Chief Election Commissioner can be removed before the expiry of the term by the President if both the houses of the Parliament make such recommendation by special majority. Only statement 3 is correct. The question is asking about incorrect. So answer is C, 1 and 2. Question number 24 is again on president. Question number 24 is again on national emergency. I think we had done ample of it. Now question number 25 says, beyond the first year, president rule can be extended by 6 months at a time only if a national emergency is proclaimed in a country of any part of the state. Yes, Election Commission certified that elections cannot be held in the state. Both the statements are correct. It can president rule can be extended every time they have to pass the law for a 6 month, but only for 3 years, not more than it. Now financial emergency. Such a proclamation has to be approved by a simple majority in both the houses. As I said it before also, approval and revocation के लिए whichever house is needed, whichever majority is needed, and in both the houses, in one of the house, it is very important to remember. Financial stability or credit of India or any part of the state is in danger. Yes, this is clearly written in the constitution that if the financial stability or credit of India in any part of the state is in danger, the president can ask for the financial emergency. His satisfaction is subjected to judicial review. Amendment 38 brings it that its satisfaction is because constitution only provide the satisfaction of president, and this term is having the very frequent loopholes that what do you mean by satisfaction. So it is subjected to judicial review. It was not originally in the constitution, but after amendment it was added. Now question number 27. Our biggest criticism of financial commission is that the recommendations are not binding. Question 28. 8. National Commission for SCs and ST was created by 65th Constitutional Amendment Act. Very right. See, these commissions are very important for rehabilitation, for development, for economic and social upbringing. That these commissions should work for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, as well as women commissions are also there. Our country, in many part of the country, we are lacking much before. Now, question number 28. Consider the following statement about National Commission for SC and ST. See, these national commissions are constitutional bodies because these are very important in nature for rehabilitation, development, and to bring them as per the merit list. These commission helps into that and make government to know about their basic core problems. Was created by 65th Amendment Act. It is so very important that we have to put in constitution under article 338 in 1990. It was first a single commission, but then they are separated, bifurcated by 89th Amendment Act in 2003. It is not 85th, 89th Amendment Act. So B is the correct, A is the correct answer, not B. Question number 29. Which of the following statements is an incorrect statement? First of all, mark the word incorrect. Statement about the national emergency in India. National emergency can be proclaimed only on the ground of war, external aggression or armed rebellion. पहले इंटरनल डिस्टर्बेंस था ऑन विच emergency of 1975 was imposed, but now it's only armed rebellion. During national emergency in operation, the state executive is dismissed and the state legislature is either suspended or dissolved. No, this is absolutely wrong. The country has become the unitary at the time of emergency, but this is not stated that it can be dismissed or suspended or dissolved. During the national emergency, Parliament get empowered to make laws on any of the subject enumerated in state list. This is a very common feature of national emergency. This kind of transformation of the political system from federal during normal times to unitary during emergency is a unique feature of Indian Constitution. Fourth statement is also correct. So answer is B. Question number 30, very factual question. The statement is from Finance Commission directly, so you might not getting the question. These are hard kind of question. If you are very much definite about it, then only do it. It's from Finance Commission and stated in 13th Finance Commission. Now question number 31. In the context of collegium system, consider the following statement. Collegium system is for the appointment of higher judiciary in the countries. Statement 1 says, collegium is a 5-member body that assists in the appointment of judges for the, this was stated in 3rd judge's case of 1998. There is no mention of the term collegium in the constitution. Yes, that is not mentioned in the constitution. The statement is correct and answer is C. Both the statements are correct. Now moving on to the next. Consider the following statement. Article 355 imposes a duty on the center to ensure that the government of every state is carried out in accordance with the provision of constitution. Article 355 imposed two duties. Please remember the word duties on center. One is this duty to duty of the on the center to ensure that the government of every state is carried out in the accordance with the constitution, and the other duty is to protect every state from both external and internal disturbances. Right, it's the duty of state under article 355. The president rules automatically dissolves the state legislature. No, it not automatically, word is incorrect here. Statement 1 is only correct. A is the answer. Question number 33, very simple question, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन, डायरेक्टली स्टेटमेंट्स आ जाते हैं. दीज क्वेश्चंस यू डू नॉट हैव, you should not leave these questions, or your preparation is not right if you have not read these type of questions at least. Qualification of the chairman of finance commission, judge of high court or one qualified to be appointed as one, person with specialized knowledge of finance and account, experience with financial matters, that's also true, and one more is there with economic knowledge. These are the four qualifications of the chairman of finance commission. All the three of the above are right. Question number 34 is on committee. We had done it before also in previous question papers also. These committees, committee of inquiry. So if you know, only then do these kind of questions, or they are hard of type. If you have read it somewhere, you can do it easily. Only house committee is not there. These are the three parts, three types of the committee on inquiry. Simply very straightforward questions ही आएंगे if you say it on these type of committees. B is the correct answer. House committee is not part of committee of inquiry. Again on president rule, the presidential imposition of president rule is subject to not subjected to judicial review. No, it is subjected to the judicial review. It's his, what is the satisfaction is not described by constitution, so it is a check on that rule. Then statement 2 says state government pursue anti-secular politics is liable under, yes, anti-secular politics is also lying under this, that the president can impose the emergency on any state which is practicing or promoting any anti-secular politics in the state. Only second is the right statement. Then rank of the National Commission of SC has rank of cabinet, union cabinet minister. D is the correct answer. Question number 37 now. Now question number 37, consider the following statement with respect to the ceiling on election expenditure. The election commission imposed limits on campaign expenditure incurred by both political candidates. No, the statement is not right. The expenditure ceiling for a candidate of Lok Sabha is same as of the candidate of assembly. No, on Lok Sabha it is 50 to 70 lakhs. In state assembly it is 20 to 28. So statement 2 is also not correct. Third statement says candidates must literally file a true accounts of election expenses with the election commission. This statement is true. Statement 1 is not correct. It's on candidate, but it's not on political party, so it make it wrong. The second, it's not same, and third is right. The question is asking not correct, so 1 and 2 are the right answer. Answer is B. Again, very factual question on GST Council. While the center will have 1/3 vote and GST Council, state together will have the 2/3 vote. That's true. To adopt a resolution of council require 2/3 majority. No, this is not correct. Only statement 1 is correct. Now question number 39. Consider the following authorities. Which of the above are statutory bodies? Please remember the constitutional bodies, non-constitutional bodies, statutory bodies which are made by government, and for important bodies, acts also and amendments also. These questions are very frequently asked. You can see very much of them in state pieces also, as well as in UPSC also. CVC is a statutory body. That's right. CAG is a constitutional body. I suppose everyone knows. This is an independent body. So only 1. B is the correct answer here. Question number 40. Question number 40 says about Foreigners Tribunal. Again a hard question. If you had not read about it, don't do it. It's a quasi-judicial body. Statement says these are statutory bodies set up under Citizenship Act of 1955. No, it's about Foreigner Tribunal Act of 1946. 41. Each Foreigners Tribunal must be headed by a serving judge of High Court. ये भी स्टेटमेंट सही नहीं है. It can be headed by any of the retired judicial of Assam. Currently, foreigner tribunal have been only set up in Assam. जो भी citizenship issues in Assam है, this foreigners tribunal is watching through that also. So only 3 is the correct statement. C is the right answer. Moving on to question number 40. With reference to national emergency, we had done enough of national emergency. You can simply do this question. Arrange the following administrative officials with the order of their precedence. You should remember the order of precedence at least for the most important offices. The first is this, second, third and fourth. Yes. So the answer should be 1, 4, 3 and 2. Option D is correct. The question saying about the cabinet committees, we had done it in before also. They are not mentioned in the constitution anywhere. They are set up by the speaker of Lok Sabha. As I said it before, any parliamentary committees, cabinet committees, any type of committees, you should remember who are appointing them, who should be the chairman of that. Joint committee hai ya nahi hai, ministers are included, not included, why, who should be the members, and for which term the committees performing their task. They are ad hoc committees or permanent committees. These are the questions which asked about the committee. That's all. Question number 44 says, with respect to national emergency, consider the following statement. A national emergency can be revoked only through a resolution passed by Lok Sabha. This statement is not correct. At least by now you know that president can also revoke it. Now question statement 2 say once a written notice regarding the discontinuity of the emergency is received by the speaker, a special sitting has to be compulsorily convened within 30 days. No, within 14 days. Rest of the statement is correct. So both the statements are incorrect. D is the right answer. Functions of National Commission for Scheduled Caste: to investigate and monitor all matters relating to the constitutional and other legal safeguards. It is the basic feature of it. Yes, what are the legal safeguard, constitutional safeguard, making them aware about it, making government aware about the problems facing by these people, to inquire into specific complaints with respect to deprivation of rights. This is also one of the work of the commission. Both the statements are correct. This is a current affair question. I just put it because जिससे you should know कि हाँ एकदम से when we are diverted our mind कि we are doing topic wise paper or subject wise paper, our mind is activated towards that subject only. So I just put some of the questions just to deviate. So this is a current affair question. Now question number 47. Which of the following included in the original jurisdiction of High Court? We had already done the judiciary. Original jurisdiction: disputes between more or two states are original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Other three statements are correct. Now Indian federalism. An arrangement between center and constituent unit in order to set up a federation. The dependency of state governments on the center. Dependency word is not managed in federation, it's a unitary feature. Constitutional devolution of powers of the state government. Extraordinary powers with center. If extraordinary powers is with center, it's again a unitary feature. You should remember the basic salient features of constitution. It is very important. These questions are continuously every year UPSC is asking one question on the basic principle of the or basic salient feature of the constitution. Moving directly to question number 49. Now question number 49. Which of the following statements are correct? Finance Commission members can be reappointed. Right statement. Finance Commission is under Article 280. It's a quasi judicial body. You should remember Finance Commission very well. Commission has chaired and 4 members appointed by the President. True statement. Constitution authorized Parliament to decide on the qualification of members. All the 3 statements are correct. Question number 50, a very basic and factual question on the articles. Now today we have discussed all the topic wise paper of subject polity. The rest too is about the comprehensive paper. So today I want to tell you about a situation. We all are into something, we all are doing something, we all are not doing something or anything, but we are in a situation. There are always 2 ways by which we can deal with a situation. The one is we can respond to it, the other is react to it. When we react, it shows our peace of mind, our wrong decisions, that how we can burn by the situation given. And response shows the peace of mind and your stability of mind by through which you are concluding your situation or facing the challenges of that situation. These all related to peace of mind. In exam paper also, many of us has seen that we know the question, but 3 to 4 questions are not correct just because we reacted and we didn't respond on that. In previous year question also, some uh, Pradhan Mantri Koila Khadan Yojana was there, and district autonomous council, in that one of the statement was there that district autonomous council was headed by the prime minister. If you had not even read about that yojana, is district council can be headed by the PM? No, PM cannot head this every district councils, na. So you can eradicate this statement, but we generally react on the situations, not only about this statement or not only about UPSC or anything. What we do is that we choose to react because it does not require the intelligence, the knowledge, the patience. It is the most easiest thing that you shout and you react on the situation. See, I know that at this point of time everyone is boiling by their pressures, different things, current affair, polity, geography, everything else, but do not react. Just make the timetable of every day. Write down the points, what you want to do for today, for tomorrow, at least 12 hours of study, at least. Consolidate the things what you already know. Read current affairs once, twice, thrice, as many times you can revise it. And then also, if you are doing only productive study of 40 hours, you have 40 days, then still you are having the 400 productive hours. So be responsive and don't be reactive to the situation. The rule of time and distance cannot be abridged, as I said it before also. So have patience, peace of mind में रहो, do meditation, do things, sit silently. कुछ नहीं हो रहा है तो go for a walk. Just at least do something for your own health, own things. Do not get frustrated at this period of time, because many things come to you. Question paper solve नहीं हो रहे, MCQ नहीं लग रहे हैं, institute is not responding, anything like that. Don't waste your time into that. Take the good things of other and be responsive towards the thing. This is all for today. We are meeting tomorrow for comprehensive test 1. Be prepared for everything, and hopefully we are meeting for the doubt sessions also. You can clear your doubts there. The dates will be updated you soon. For now, for today, this is all. Attempt the test on the regular and daily basis. Best of luck for tomorrow also and today if anyone is going to attempt. Thank you so much.